It started on the Paris Olympics. Did you see the opening ceremony?
No, I saw clips on Twitter, but I barely know. I wasn't really paying attention. I need you to tell me.
So basically, they mock the Last Supper from the Jesus with a bunch of drag queens.
They did the Last Supper with drag queens.
I saw it everywhere, didn't you?
I saw a lot of like LGBT, some.
So this is an image. So as you got all obese person in the back, like wearing an ring, and there's some blue thingy. So, yeah, so basically that, and also they got a bunch of like basically Satanists, like a rock band singing on a castle. That's the entire theme. Family crawl out.
Nothing less coming out from the French. That's classic.
Yeah, so it was pretty well.
Yeah, dude. Doesn't really surprise me. I know Paris specifically has gone extremely far left. I didn't know that.
This is
though.
One of like the person playing Jesus.
Yeah. Are you religious? We've never spoken about this.
Yeah, I'm atheist. You?
You're atheist?
Yeah, you're Christian? Catholic?
I was brought up in a religion called Seventh-day Adventist, which is almost Anglican, but maybe a bit more rules. Have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of Seventh-day Adventist Church?
I know God invented in the Bible. He invented the world in 7 days. Is that what it is?
Kind of. Yeah, it's pretty much just standard Christianity, except it has a few extra rules. Instead of celebrating the Sabbath on Sunday, they do it on Saturday because the Pope changed it, or they think that's the original day. You're not allowed to eat pork. You're not allowed to eat a bunch of things. You're not allowed to gamble, play card games, all this stuff. So that's a religion I was brought up as. I wouldn't say I subscribe to any specific denomination of religion, but I definitely believe in a God or a higher power or something. I used to like manifest and pray to the universe, if that's...
Yeah, we can have a long discussion on this. So basically for me, I do not believe there's any higher power.
I think that's why. Yeah, okay, let me break down why I believe. I'll break down why I believe, and then you can rebuttal it.
Okay.
I think eventually when you keep asking why is there anything, you get to a point where no one knows. There's no answer. So at that point, I think there's two different roads. There's two choices you can make. You can either choose to believe that there's a higher power and there's something and that life is meaningful and there's a purpose and there's a reason to everything. Or you can believe that there's nothing, this is all random chance, there's no purpose, no meaning, everything's meaningless, no higher power, no God, nothing. If you look at it like you're an investor, there's no return on believing that there is a God or that life has a purpose or a meaning or there's a higher power to prescribe to, but you get a lot of benefits from it. Whereas if you don't believe in it, you only get, there's no positives of not believing in anything. So I just see it as a return on investment. If you just weigh up the positives and negatives, there's no downside to believing that there's something. So
there's a Greek philosopher from thousands of years ago. He basically said the exact same thing. He said, even if there's like a very slim chance that there's a God, but the return is endless happiness for your afterlife. So if you use the probability times the reward, it's actually worth believing in God. Even though it's a very, I think you adopt the same philosophy with him.
Yeah, very similar. The other thing that I would say is, if you look back on history and the most successful civilizations that have lasted throughout the histories, so the United States is the most recent one. Before that, the world power was Britain. Then it was the Dutch Empire, Roman Empire, go back and back and back. There's key similarities between each civilization, and one of those things is religion. and the teachings that religion brings. So if your goal in life is to extract as much potential and have the most happy, productive, successful life, and you look at it on a civilizational scale, and then you boil it down to the individual actions you should be taking and the beliefs that you should adopt, I think it's pretty clear looking at history that you should adopt at least the set of values laid out in essentially every religion.
But in the past couple of like dynasties, we do not have science so advanced that's capable of explaining so many things. Maybe in the future, once the science is extremely advanced, we don't need a religion anymore.
Yeah, but I'm not speaking of like explaining, just like basing the success of a name a civilization that was successful that didn't have a main religion that the majority of.
I think that's correlation, not Caucasian, or causation. Causation, not Caucasian. My brain. Causation. It's correlation, not causation. Yeah, Caucasian. That's like the white people. Right?
I think if an atheist mindset was beneficial in any way, or was a beneficial mindset or set of values to adopt, we would see at least one civilization that was only about, like, they had no religion. They were completely about, I don't know, the economy and production and efficiency and innovation, but there's nothing. Every single one has a religion. So I just find that interesting.
I don't
tell me why
as a reward, right? Why do I have to get anything out of it? Maybe I just pursue the facts, no matter if it's ugly or pretty.
But what fact do you
like, if there's a God or not? Honestly, in terms of probability, I think there's a higher chance we live in a simulation than there's a humanized God.
But if we're in a simulation, I would still argue that there's a God who set up the simulation. There's always going to be a point where you can't explain it, and I think it's more beneficial to surrender to there is something bigger. Or
I always choose my words very carefully when it comes to religion, or like anything. Like I say, I'm 95% confident. I'm fairly sure. I'm pretty sure. But when it comes to God, it's one of the very few things I'm 100% sure that there's not one. Personally,
I think you'll change your mind.
Let's see. The probability of me changing my mind is non-zero. It's very unlikely, but non-zero. I sound so smart. Non-zero.
I was, because I was brought up religious, I guess I believed in God as a kid. As I became a teenager, early adult atheist, and believe in God, and then kind of come back to it because I think I like to look at things rationally and logically, and like what is best. Dude, things are just so unexplainable. It's like, I think there is something.
I started going to church when I was 10, and I graduated from a Catholic high school with what's the name for convention? Like you pray every Friday. You gather the whole school to pray, like ceremony. I forgot the name or the word.
Okay. We had that. It was called chapel at our school.
Yeah, something like that. But we call it a different
mass, maybe.
Yeah, mass, something like that. Yeah.
Interesting. Don't get me wrong. The things in the Bible is filled with things that are wrong and false and not true. And I think religion has been weaponized by societies and by people and been used as a tool of control. But I feel like innately in everyone there is spirituality, and I don't know, it's just like there's some things like on the inside that you just know factually are right, and that's one of those things, I believe.
On another note, a lot of extremely smart person, Ben Shapiro, Jordan B. Peterson, Elon Musk, right? They all believe in God, all the different religions, but they all believe there's a higher power.
Bro, I have a great quote.
I could be wrong. How, like, collectively, their wisdom are magnitudes higher than me. If they believe there's higher power, like, I don't know. But for me, I see zero evidence as of now.
Okay, the father of quantum mechanics, quantum physics, said this quote. and I think is very true.
Tell me.
The first gulp from the glass of natural sciences will turn you into an atheist, but at the bottom of the glass, God is waiting for you. I think that's pretty.
That is good. That is
I think
good.
it's interesting. I think everyone starts and
That's a good
science and they write off God and they're like, it's all science. It's like everything's explainable. And then as you go deeper,
you say, oh, actually, like it's beyond science. Like it's unexplainable. That's a very coherent theory within itself. You know, it explains it. So as of now, I believe in science only. And what's the name of your religion then?
Or I don't know. You just believe. I guess I'm just.
You believe that there's a God.
I don't go to church every week. I don't like. I'm not like Anglican or Seventh-day Adventist or Catholic. Every now and then, yeah. But sometimes it's to the universe. I don't know. I feel like there is something, and I call it different names. There's this thing. I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, let's see whether the day of the aliens come first or the day that God presents himself first. We can have another discussion then.
Yeah. Well, we're getting invaded.
Yeah. All right. So back to the Olympics. Have you heard of the alternative Olympics?
Is it the one ran by Peter Thiel and everyone can juice up?
Correct. Joe Rogan talked about it. I think my first man talked about it as well. If you think about it, right, this will breed an entire new industry worth billions of dollars from news, right, from the live broadcasting, from the athletes, from the advertisement, from the new athlete merchandise companies that will like merge up thanks to this event. Isn't it crazy?
It is. I don't know if it'll have as much popularity though. Do you think it will? If they're shattering world records, if they win that, it will. It will. Bro, I feel like a lot of normal Olympians are still getting away with juicing and stuff, so it won't be like they won't just fucking blast them away. Remember the like the record for men's 100-meter sprint, and pretty much every single person in the top 20 got busted besides Usain Bolt. Like that's suspicious. That's suspicious. Has he just not been caught yet, or is he just that built different? So, yeah.
But if you think about it from the economics of attention, my full attention will go to this this dope thing.
Oh, 100%. Have you watched any of the Olympic Games events or
not at all?
Anything? No, I watched some highlights of the swimming because I saw Australia was winning, but yeah, I haven't watched anything else.
I think China got 2 goals, Australia got 2 goals, and US got 2 goals. That's the lead.
Yeah. Who you go? Who do you support? Do you want China to win?
I'm like I don't care. Impartial. Yeah. All right. So next thing I want to talk about is the possibility of Kamala Harris win is non-zero. On Polymarket, she has a 37% betting rate.
Dude, and it's certainly really dollars, bro. It's going higher and higher. That's still going down, bro.
Given how blatantly they could easily criminalize Trump, I think it's very good possibility they just manipulate it somehow to win. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Dude, if she wins, I think the world is over. I genuinely think the world is over. I thought that Trump is going to win in a landslide and like it's 100% Trump after the assassination attempt. But her odds keep going higher and higher. I don't know if you watched any of Bitcoin Nashville, but there was so much bullish stuff that came out of Bitcoin Nashville. We'll talk about that after. But it's like, why isn't Bitcoin ripping? And it's because the odds for Kamala Harris keep going up and up, and markets hate uncertainty. And Kamala would be a nightmare for crypto. And I think just for culture as a whole, I think we need to shift back to the right. Dude, if she wins, I'm done. I think I'm going to Thailand and never leaving. That's dumb, bro. Because every country follows the US, so Australia will get worse, and Europe will get worse.
You know, Kamala Harris is very inept, incompetent, incapable, whatever word.
I haven't seen her for 4 years. This is the first time I've seen anything from her.
She has never done anything like worth calling of achievement, nor she convey any meaningful message when she delivers a speech. The only reason she's at her position is because she's half Indian, she's half black, she's female. You know, she smiles a lot. She's
really getting those minority demographics, right?
Yeah. I don't think she's a politics person.
Bro, would you trust her? Let's say Putin is on the verge of nuclear war and Kamala Harris has to deal with it, or Kamala Harris has to deal with North Korea. Would you feel safe at all? And this is not her being a minority. It's not her being a woman or anything. It's just like observing her, the way she speaks, the way she conducts herself. I said, dude, I think the world is over, man. If that actually plays out.
When you're in her position, you're so high up. You're surrounded by people trying to benefit off you. You're living in a bubble. You don't know what's wrong with the things you did. You know, no one's checking you. It's a dangerous position. She's in Delulu.
Do you think there's a genuine chance that she wins?
I don't know, man. Let me quote Shampuri on this. The biggest life win you can have for the next 3 months is to completely ignore the news and politics. It's the marshmallow test for the entire population of America.
Or say that again, the biggest left?
The biggest life win.
Oh, dude, true. Okay, dude, me and my sister had an argument about it, and I think I convinced her to adopt a bit more right values and and thought processes. But essentially what it came down to, I think Trump, Kamala Harris, Republican, Democrat, it's the same, it's two different sides of the same coin in like, there's way bigger macroeconomic factors going on in the background that is like, it doesn't matter. It really has no impact on us at an individual level. Things like the rise and falls of empires, the inflation, the money, these massive cycles that Ray Dalio and his historians talk about. The policies, like, things have been set, and they've been set for decades, if not centuries, and the tiny change in policies isn't going to change what's going to happen. So, yeah.
I think by the end of the day, it's the technology that helps us live a better, higher quality of life, not politics. It's the advancement of technologies.
Yeah, and I love that quote you said from Shampuri. Dude, if you can just ignore, not even just politics, bro, if you can just ignore everything going on and focus on you and get what you need done. There's really no upside of paying it. It's just fun drama, honestly.
Yeah. Next topic?
Yeah.
All right, so I think what we're doing now is like the OIM podcast, except for that these are like 3 out of 4 besties are billionaires and they're in their 50s. And I think we're just like My First Million podcast, except these are 2 dudes with kids in their mid 30s, right? But the difference is we are in our 20s. And we have the bright future of youth in our hands. And we are actually doing the same thing. We allocate an hour or 2 a week just to do this podcast, talk about politics, talk about the technology, the future, AI, crypto. I think essentially we distribute our time in the same way. I just felt like we're not better than one another.
No, and it's a good point. The only thing that these guys have on us is accomplishments and the background to back them up. But I think it's cool. Imagine if All In started before they had done it all and they had a backlog of all. It'd be so cool to see how their views evolved, how their careers evolved, how their way of thinking evolved, what they were focusing on when they were in the trenches, their emotional state. I think it'd be super. Same with like Sampar and Shampuri. Like if they had podcasts going back when he was selling the hustle or when he was like really under the gun, all of that would be super interesting. So
the YouTube short that I sent you are two guys, are Henry and I forgot the other guy. They're doing the same thing. They're building this called a clip. It's animation studio. They animate shorts, added shorts for these people.
Oh, are those two guys the guys that they talked about on My First Million?
Exactly. They are the guys who set up my first million studios.
Oh, so they also killers.
They also got invited to the Besties, the Oyin podcast, one of the hosts, David Sachs' 50th birthday. And they were telling stories of how the billionaire, everybody there, like almost like majority of them are on the spectrum. They're a little bit Asperger.
They said that.
Exactly. I kid you not. I'm binging their podcasts. And they're doing the same thing. Like their pods have very little listens, but they genuinely want to document their journey, which is the most awesome thing.
Yeah, dude, I was literally just listening to My First Million and Sean was talking about the apparently they got them clients at the HubSpot and they showed up to a meeting with their shirts off or something. like they just did like a rookie business move but it's like, oh, they're just young kids. That's interesting as then. What you said though, I didn't agree with. How they were like, oh, you only start measuring when you're 30 or the scorecards at 30. I don't agree. I think I understand the message and that like you shouldn't put pressure on yourself and you should have different focuses when you're in your 20s. But or it's also a bit of a cop-out mindset that you should be measuring yourself and you should be pushing yourself and squeezing as much potential out of yourself as possible in your 20s.
That quote is from like entrepreneurial success. Like you could be an entrepreneur, you keep failing, but as long as you make one hit, you're good. I think that's what I get from it. Not trying, not from that perspective. So
just like you only start getting measured at 30, and I was like, what?
No,
if I actually did that, then I'd fuck around for the next few years.
The secular success, like you haven't made a meaningful amount of wealth, but you kept trying different entrepreneurships, albeit failure after failure. Yeah. So also imagine, I'm really now with technology, Riverside, such podcast studios. I'm really jealous of those teenagers who are doing their own podcast now. Now thinking back, it would be really, really amazing if I can have some sort of podcast with my middle school friends when we were in school. Imagine that. You got me so touchy on that.
That would be hilarious. The things that you guys would have been talking about, it bring up so deep in your like subconscious that you've forgotten about now. The girls that you were thinking about at the time.
Oh wow!
On the school, like how good would that have been, man?
Back then, I think a rejection from the prettiest girl in the same class in chemistry reject me was the sky falling down on me. Right? I forgot to do the homework. It was the end of the world. Yeah. If I could really look back, it will warm my heart so much.
Yeah, right. It'd be cool. That would be cool.
That would be really. Awesome. So no excuse to skip now. The second best time to plant a tree is now.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Bro, what's your life been like? You get in the gym. How's your life?
I'm doing good. I'm going to Russia next week. Not confirmed yet.
Yeah, waiting for it.
But okay, I have a couple more topics before I go into the daily thing. You want to hear me out?
Okay, sure.
So I studied the top 100 YouTube channels, right? I see that all are ranked by subscribers. What do you think are my biggest findings?
The biggest ones are going to be gaming and entertainment and kids channels. I think those three would make up.
So I think, the kids channel and the entertainment like WWE or like K-pop, J-pop, I think K-pop is huge. Blackpink and BTS, and then it's like PewDiePie, all those Spanish guys. My biggest finding is the kids channel are way, way, way larger than we think. It's the number one.
They're enormous. The views I get are ridiculous.
You want to do it? You might do a quick search. Panda Boy.
The The only problem with them is their RPMs would be so bad. Dude, what the hell? 55 million.
Okay, just look at one of his videos. You know, I don't get it. Like, I don't even get why kids like this. They're not playing with toys or Barbies or Legos. Why?
Wow, it's not even good.
Yeah, right. But something's there. So, like, apparently there's some things we don't get, right?
Dude, this short nearly has 1 billion views, and it's so
Yeah, right. It's not like do you know Coco Melon? Yeah, it's not like those kind of cartoons. This is apparently a demographics higher than that, but somehow there's definitely some things I don't understand out of this.
Dude, what the heck?
It's not even cartoon. There's no plot, right?
Dude, what the hell, man? Freddy, some of those are really bad as well.
Yeah. They actually all of them are zero production costs. Zero.
Yeah, literally.
And I can give you another example. Do you know Stokes Twins?
No.
They're a channel for teenagers. At least they try. They try very hard. You know, they use a plot. They carefully design their thumbnails. At least I understand why they are popular. Yeah, also, they have high production value. Yeah, they have 10 audio tracks. But at the end of the day, it's kind of stupid. Like, they're running away from the clowns. They're sleeping overnight at the Walmart. But at least I understand. For the Panda Boy thing, I just don't understand.
Bro, what the hell, man? What the hell?
Their net worth are over 100 million. I guarantee you that.
Panda Boy?
No, the Stokes Twins.
Maybe, yeah, dude. The problem is when you build an audience like this, like maybe I don't know too much about it. I know the RPM. Actually, the RPM would be okay because they do long. Oh my god, their long form is 1 hour 20, so that would boost it a lot. And I don't think it'd be 100 million. Do they sell anything themselves?
I guess toys or anything, but a YouTube channel of 80 million subscribers, that's multiple European countries' population. You move the world, you move the politics.
The problem is kids don't have money, bro, and they can't buy things online. So how valuable is that audience? And that's kind of why YouTube works itself out. It's like probably the biggest audience and the fastest you could grow as a gaming channel. There's a massive audience for it, but then the people that watch that type of content aren't a high CPM audience, like, because it's kids that don't have money. Like, you can if you have big enough scale, but yeah, dude, I'd be super interested into how much ad revenue they make from YouTube. Yeah, how else they monetize their stuff.
I think the amount of influence overcomes that. I know it probably smaller channels talk about credit card. The best credit cards will have a higher CPM, more AdSense on each video, but I always pick this. It's brain rotting. I forced myself to watch, but I couldn't. Today I'm gonna eat all my food in the color of green. Things like this, but
are you thinking of making a channel?
If I could just sell my soul, like, doing stupid shit for a year and become a multi-millionaire, I think it's way better than
a fair trade.
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
Either you bow down to those kids or you bow down to advertisers, right?
Exactly. Well, exactly. Gotta bow down to another one.
Next topic. I want to share with a couple more.
Yep.
So, wait, let me theory. So, okay. So, if you ever try to sell Crypto Nutshell or any of your channels or your newsletter, here's a tech strategy that's just heard off the fly. You put it into a like charitable trust, right? Then the trust that sell the company on your behalf. Let's say it sold for $2-3 million. Then by law, legally, you only need to pay out 5% of the entire trust value each year to you or to whatever LLC you appoint. So you directly avoid 30% tax. So it's just a strategy.
Good strategy. That's for the US though, and every country is different. Our country, our company is registered in Hong Kong, which I need to double check, but I think that was a 0% or like a 5% tax rate or something like that. So yeah, it changes for every country, but I know the US is pretty brutal with it, and you need to do things like that. Yeah, if I was a citizen, I'd do something like that.
Caribbean islands or Ireland, have you thought about setting up the LLC there?
I think between Hong Kong and Dubai, you can get it done. But yeah, there's bunch of options. Caribbean, Ireland. I know Apple does something there. Like there's a whole bunch of different ones. If you're not a US citizen, I think the best thing is to, I don't know, they always seem to get their money, the US.
Shampur, I think Shampur said this. He said, if you think about it, right, the tax are like 20-30%. You should at least spend 10% of your time thinking about this. But most people are just oblivious about that. They just, okay, fine, I'll take the hit. You need to carefully plan. That'll save hundreds of thousands, probably $500,000 for you if you plan correctly.
Yeah, 100%, bro, 100%.
I just don't want you to like take an L on that.
Yeah. No, that'd be brutal, man. Imagine working all that much and then taking an L right at the end.
Yeah. And the next topics, you said your freedom number is 30 mil. Like for me, it's about 5 to 10, I'll say. But Andrew Tate said this, right? You want to be have like 2-3 million in your 20s rather than 100 million in your 60s. What are you gonna do when you're old, right? The money is basically worthless. Your bones are soft, your dick is soft, your energy level is low, your libido, you have no libido, you have no enthusiasm. Like, what's the point?
It's true, bro. It's true. Yeah. I want to get rich young, enjoy it. But it's like, we've also discussed this. I don't think our lives would change that much. We'd probably just do the exact same thing on a little higher scale. Like, I'd stay in a little bit nicer accommodations. I'd travel a little bit nicer. I'd eat at a little bit nicer restaurants a little bit more often. But it's like, what? It wouldn't change that much, bro. Like, I'd eat at a little bit better restaurants a little bit more often. Like, me and James like Michelin star restaurants. We go there every so often. Maybe we'd go there every week or something if we made a shitload of money. But yeah, I don't think our life would change that drastically. Yeah. But it's kind of like...
Sorry, go ahead.
I think once you set out a big goal and then achieve it, you get this baseline level of fulfillment and satisfaction. I think that would be big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Find the people you love spending time with and do life with them.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah. That's it.
By the way, when you first started your newsletter, right, are your first 1,000 subscribers from your YouTube channel? Or did you buy them off Facebook?
No, the first few thousand we got were from... The first few hundred were definitely... So I had Jamie Tree. Yeah, the first few thousand were definitely off Jamie Tree. So at first I would make community posts and I said, hey guys, I've launched, and I had 200,000 subs at that point. It was faithless, but it was still my voice behind it. Sometimes I was on videos. I had a bit of trust with the audience, not a ton of trust. And yeah, I'd do community posts saying, hey guys, I just started this daily newsletter. You clearly enjoy crypto news. It's completely free. Subscribe here. And then I started after that. That was the first few hundred we got. And then I started putting it in a call to action in my YouTube videos. So maybe 2 or 3 minutes in, it'd be like an advertisement slot. I'd be like, hey guys, just did this. And that got it to a few thousand. I think we got to like maybe 10,000 subs before we started doing Facebook ads. But yeah, dude, if you look into the way Morning Brew, Milk Road, all these big newsletters grew,
I was going to
80 to 90% Facebook ads, man. It's not organic growth at all.
Sean Puri gave Milk Road its first probably 5 to 10K subscribers because of his influence on Twitter. Also a small podcast. Sam Parr, he was hosting the Hustle conference, right? He asked all the attendees to sign up using their email. And then let's say that's the first 10%. That's also the Morning Brew. And all the rest, 90%, are all from Facebook ads. This one company, this one channel. It's like the crazy similarities behind them.
How did you find that out? Because you had to do a bit of digging to find that out.
I'll just multiple resources. Yeah, I've been listening to them for the last 2 years, I think.
Dude, it's honestly mind-blowing because we started it with essentially zero money and we bootstrapped the entire thing ourselves. But then after a few tens of thousands subs, we were like, to grow, we just need to pour as much money into this as possible.
Yeah, right.
It's bootstrapped and we haven't raised any money. It's not like me and James are going to... Dude, I think Milk Road had a budget of $100,000 US plus per month on Facebook ads. And it's like...
I think HubSpot is backing them or something.
Yeah, dude. And it's like, we're not going to... Me and James aren't going to do that. So we just run it at zero profit. So any money that comes in goes back into Facebook ads to grow bigger. But it's... Dude, if we raised a few 100,000 and then dumped it in Facebook ads, we could grow a lot faster.
Wow. I bet. Oh.
And that's what all the big ones did, man. It's
right.
It's kind of like removing the wool from your eyes when you realize that. It's like, it's just a paid acquisition game, and like that's just what you have to do. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing because, dude, and Sean Puri lies about it all the time.
Yeah, he made it sound like, it's my copywriting skills, how I tell my story.
No, bro. % organic. Yeah, no. And ex-employees that used to work for him have all over Twitter and exposed them and been like, no, bro, it was about 85-90% paid.
Yes, right. Still, they made it sound like it's my ability, right? It's how I organize. Like, it's my my management, like my insightfulness into how you should write each post to be funny, quirky. No, like it could be anyone. You just dumped a lot of ass into this.
Yeah, you put a lot of money into it. I mean, the trick is to get enough people to stay for it to be profitable. But yeah, it's interesting once you look at it like that because essentially it's just a paid acquisition Facebook ads game, and you have to get really good at Facebook ads.
Can you Google the channel Our Future Podcast? It's just like us. Two dudes, they're running, I think, video editing agency. Doing, I think, 100K annual, and they got Aqua hired by Morning Brew. Now they're starting their podcast again. They talk about new business ideas, new trends. Very funny. 5K subs, probably a very small channel, but I discovered them and I listen to all their episodes.
This is different of the clips you sent me?
No, it is different. It is different. It's two packs.
It's different. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay, interesting.
First is Henry Bowcaster and Jordan. They're a duo, and this Our Future is another duo.
Interesting. I wonder how much money they make from their pod. Be interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a Smart Nonsense podcast and this Our Future podcast.
Damn. Okay, I'll give them a listen. That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I got a jet in about just under 10. I've got another meeting, but how much? You got any more pressing topics?
Let me check. Yeah. So you should start your own personal brand. I mean, I'm not talking down on you. Like, it's just my very immature, humble opinion. I think you're very smart. You're very intelligent. You should probably try to make a YouTube video on your personal brand. Just teach people, hey, this is how I start my newsletter. Like, this is how I got so many subs and sell it for $200, and how you start your YouTube channel.
No, I agree, and it's something I've thought about. And yeah, dude, personal branding is so useful. And bro, I've had plans to do like shorts and this and that, but it's bro, it's just doing the day-to-day that needs to be done for Crypto Nutshell. It's like there's no time for anything else. Dude, it is overwhelming like crazy. Just like I'm meant to be pumping out YouTube videos and shorts and stuff, and it's like doing one of these jobs, but then you have like payroll and you got to pay the people, and then you got to jump in on a sales call, and then you got to jump in on this and jump in on this, and it's like, yeah, it's just too much to. I think it's a good idea, but it's just stretching itself too thin. And it's like I could do a few things mediocrely well, or I could just do nutshell really well, and that's the goal at the moment.
So Imam Ghazi, right? He's not running as MMA agency. He's selling a online community.
Yeah.
Jordan Welch, he's not selling you. He's not doing dropshipping himself. He's selling you how to dropship, right? Luke Belmar, he's not doing online marketing, right? He's making his own personal brand. So if you look at all those top players, they don't actually do the agency that they tell you how they make their money from and try to teach you.
Yeah.
They're running their own community. Apparently,
It's also kind of a red pill as well. It's like, what the hell?
yeah, right.
It's like they make most of their money teaching people how to do the thing that makes them less money. Yeah.
I think they're the young ones, right? They're already not the first generation. The first generation are Ty Lopez, are what's that white guy selling real estate? Grant Cardone, yeah. Those are the first generations. They have the playbook laid down, and the second, the young ones, the 20s, they're copying them.
Who's the school guy now? Sam
Sam
the
Alves, yeah.
original consulting.com.
Yeah.
He's like the original one of those guys.
Do you know who Sam Alves learned from? Those TV ads commercial, like the
Yeah.
what Tony Robbins.
Golf
Right?
was one of them back in the day.
Yes, they're looking back one more generation. If you look at all the fucking recipes are the same, bro. They just got repeated over and over. Wow.
It's true.
Duping the same people again. Not the same people. Each generation again and again.
Bro, save your topics for next pod, because I want to hear
Okay.
why you're going to Russia. I want to give me your life update.
Not doing much. I spent
Russia, bro, that's a lot.
okay. Girls, sports, exploring the city, eating buffets. Which aspect do you care most about, like my career or my girls?
No, I just want to life update. Why are you going to Russia? Are you meeting anyone there, or you just want to go to Russia? Like, what takes you to Russia?
Business opportunities.
Not from Michael, or
Yeah, I'm going with him because he invited.
really to Russia?
Yeah, and he'll pay for the entire thing. Because he wants to check it out. I said, okay, I guess, because I need to leave the country anyway due to my visa. But the next time I come back, I'll have 60 days by default. And for you, my friend, you're coming, right?
Bro, why aren't you getting the new one?
It just came out. It just came out recently, no?
Dude, get that. That's 180 days. Then you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. I'm 100% getting that. I'll apply for it in a month or something. Dude, you get it for 5 years, multiple entry. On each entry, you get 180 days. That's nuts.
That's interesting. I still haven't know anyone who got it yet. Like everybody's preparing, so I'm waiting for the first batch of
Bro, I can't
appliers
believe
to give me the reviews.
Yeah, fair. I can't believe that they dropped that visa, because it's unreal. It's
Imagine the amount of talents they can pull in. Crazy.
dude, yeah.
It's a net plus for the economy.
Of all the digital nomad visas that countries have released, I think it's one of the most competitive, if not the best, and everyone wants to go to Thailand. So it'll be interesting to see how it changes. Like, will there be a lot more digital nomads, which would be good? A lot more tourism. Dude, I can't wait to get back out to Thailand. I'm going to do about 3 months here. Lock in. I'm going gym every day. Business is going well. You know how I said Jamie Tree's dying? We'll probably do just over 20K.
I know.
It'll probably do over 20K revenue this month. And it was on that podcast, it's probably 2 weeks ago. It had done 2K for the month, and I was like, this shit's fucking dead.
You got 1.2 million views. You reverse jinxed yourself.
Yeah.
What?
What's crazy though is I haven't made a video myself for 2.5 years. And I was like, what are these editors and like, these guys don't know how to make a video. I came back, I made 2 videos and one just went viral. I was like, what have you guys been doing this whole time?
Actually, I didn't know who Winnie Webbs is. I have no idea who it was, but I just find it very clickbaity, and most people will make it to 2025.
Bro, I don't even understand the topic anymore. I don't understand who I'm making the videos for, but it's I'm just following the views at this point.
Yeah, I have to force myself to finish the video because I don't get it. Like, what's the core?
Neither, bro. Imagine if I had to edit it for a few hours. I don't get what she's talking about, but it gets views. And another one went viral as well. It's going viral right now, actually. So that one got 1.2 million, which is now the most viewed thing on the channel. And then another one got 270,000.
Do you think it's BlackRock that attracts people, or this lady called Winnie?
Bro, I don't know. So I think there's like ads bought to a specific keyword or something, because if you have Whitney Webb and BlackRock in the title, after 3.5 days, the chart looks like this, and then it just goes parabolic up. If the RPMs are good, it's so weird, bro. The RPMs are good, and the average audience age is 55 to over 65. I know.
Wow.
So it's very old people that are watching this.
Who is this lady? Who is Winnie?
She's like, and she's an investigative journalist, not really related to crypto, a little bit related to crypto. She spoke at Bitcoin conference like a year ago. But she's, the best way I could describe her, she's a female Alex Jones. She has a lot of kind of conspiracy fringe theories. But I don't know why her videos just go fucking nuts, man. But
don't you wish there's like a tagging system you can find out the pure stats of which is the keyword you should make a video about? And that'd be worth millions.
Yeah,
that's a gold mine. Instead of just try to stump into that.
100%. But it's cool that it's breathed fresh life into the channel, and we'll see if it keeps up.
Congratulations. Great job, man.
Yeah. It's weird. It was weird. I feel like it was undeserved because I just made 2 videos and it randomly popped off. But yeah. The most views in one day that I had ever done, like one day last week. It was like, what the hell?
Yeah, 1.2 million. That's insane. Have you seen a stadium full 50K people?
What? Bro, yeah, what the hell? And the cool thing is, it's completely AI now. I don't have to do the voiceovers. I don't write the scripts. Like, it's completely hands off now, which is what I always wanted it to be. And now it is. Yeah.
It's what's your retention on the Winnie videos? Is it like healthy like this?
It's not great. Let me look. Average view duration is, so just that video, 1.3 million views. It's done $11,500 so far.
Wow.
Average view duration is 5 minutes 30, and it's about just under 30% AVD, which isn't great, but I don't know, the click-through rate or something is really high. I don't know. I don't know why it goes viral. Someone
following like a very popular formula. Like you first have the hook, you have the beginning, middle, end, right? You have the problem, then the resolution at the end, then like a 3-part storyline. There's just random edits. I don't get it.
I was ready to throw in the towel on this channel.
Yeah, I cannot believe a week ago, yo, bro. If this, I'm gonna let it die. You said it, and now poof.
Yeah, bro. We'll see. I'm gonna try and transform it. I've hired a new team, and I told them, I said, focus more on like that, like doomer content of like a financial collapse is coming, BlackRock is take over us all, that kind of stuff. Because it's actually a really small audience for crypto. Like any crypto channel doesn't get that many views. And people love this doomer content, man. And maybe there's a new niche that I can fill. We'll see.
Do you know Jake Trent?
Yes, I do. He does the same videos for ages, man.
His videos like each company is evil and devil with red eye.
Man, he kind of fell off. He doesn't even get 100K. Bro, my channel has more views than Jake Tran over the last 30 days. What?
Oh, wow, yes.
It's ridiculous.
Interesting.
What the heck?
So like you cannot just say if I make like a dooming content, I'll get popular. It's not that either. There's something there. The algorithm, the almighty algorithm. Something's happening there.
Yeah, there's something there, man.
Oh, by the way, what's your relationship status? Like, are you dating anyone?
No, bro, I'm full monk mode. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm not on the dating apps. I'm not cold approaching anyone. We'll see if something naturally happens. What are your thoughts? Do you think I should be? Should I be pursuing something?
I don't know, man.
You gotta coach me, bro. You gotta coach me.
This is a question that has no right or wrong answer. You will regret it either way.
Yeah, totally.
I forgot. I think it's a philosopher. Oh, master, should I get married? Oh, well, do whatever the fuck you want. You will regret it anyway. About marriage. If you get married, you'll regret it. If you don't get married, you'll regret it also.
Bro, it's so true, man. It's so true. Like every now and then, I'm like, damn, I wish I had a girl in my life. I wish I was seeing a girl. And then I'll set up dates and start seeing girls. And then I'll actually get to the dates and spending time with them and be like, fuck this. Like, why did I set this up?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just in an era where I'm super bored. Unless it's a girl that's like a unicorn, I'm just like, I can't be fucked, man.
For me, I think, should I stop recording this? Okay, I'll probably edit this out.